In every problem, in every organization, always comes down to one of three things. So this is like a Craig special. This is not from a book. This is my brain. The Craig special.
Craig's a special. There we go.
Right? Systems, training, or personnel. Problem. A problem is only one of those three things. Every time, 100% of the time, it will always boil down to those things. You're a failure in your systems, set up correctly. They're not robust enough. There's not enough exceptions built in for them, whatever. Maybe you have the systems, not well communicated. They're not delivered in such a way that someone knows what to do with them, or they're not trained for the role. They don't know what their expectations are. They don't know how to communicate with you. You've not appropriately delegated power and authority for the role issues. Or if your systems are right, your training has been there and it's been consistent, it's a personnel problem. They're the wrong person. They are not able to do the role. That's every problem. Every single problem will come down to one of these three things every time.
So Craig, going back, I just kind of like, now we talked about the personnel, and I've seen that in some organization that I personally worked for, and I just kind of wanted to go back to that. Do you think that sometimes it could be the issue with the leadership that's the problem and not the staff? And how do you go back and able to identify where the real issue is coming from? Because sometimes it may be just the leadership and the way the leadership is kind of working, and they may not really set you up for the success, and you're not succeeding because of the lack of leadership within that organization. So as a personnel, how do you?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So how do you identify that?
Like, this is a great example. So common problem of why do people fail? That should be like a whole podcast, right? Like, why do people fail in their roles? The number one reasons I see leadership to me is the delegation of two things. There's a lot of frameworks for determining it, but this is like what your role is and what you're passing down in a really simple context. Delegating power, authority.